Okay, this video will be probably a little shorter. It's about how I cured SIBO and what people with SIBO can do to recover and to be cured. So things like IBS, ulcerative colitis, SIBO, I'm sure diverticulitis, Crohn's, what else? Anything that has to do with the gut and digestion, all across the board, has the same fix. So let's make it easy. I just separate it with these labels so that people who have one or particular thing will know to come to these videos. But it's all the same. It's all the same fix. So it doesn't really matter. I had most of those things anyway. And now I'm fully recovered. No diets, no supplements needed. I'm back to I guess I'm back to being fully restored. Not just recovered, but restored. So with SIBO, it was a bit of a rabbit hole also, because I was on the antihistamine groups, and I also noticed, I had IBS, I had all kinds of gut problems, like I said before, and I went down the rabbit hole, and I saw a naturopath, and they said, okay, yeah, you have an overgrowth of bacteria up here, you either have the diarrhea version or the constipation version. Mine was back and forth. So they said, okay, well, we can get you the antibiotics. These are special antibiotics that only hit up your top intestines, right? And I think they're slow release, so they only hit up this area, but nothing else. And she said we can get you on the elemental diet, which is it's a liquid diet that just has everything that you need, to all the nutrients that you need, but it's kind of like an elimination diet so that you stop reacting to everything. So this to me was at that time my new reality. I was, I went down this rabbit hole: SIBO, IBS, ulcerative colitis, histamine intolerance. I had two safe foods, right? Beef and rice, right? So every day I would have beef and rice, and it was boring, but it didn't matter that it was boring because I didn't have an appetite anyway. I was in survival mode. Food wasn't even on my mind. I was normally 230 pounds, 220. At that time, I was 170. I was really skinny. This is when I got out of surgery for diverticulitis. This is when, I started healing from the surgery. When I came out of surgery, I tried to fix my biome, because at that time I was trying to fix everything. The more I fixed things, the worse they got. So I tried probiotics, and it was like a bomb went off. It was like the last drop in the bucket of water, and it just started to overflow with symptoms. So within a week, I started having sensitivities, like left, right? It just started hitting me, and it was very confusing. I've never felt like this before. When I was younger, I was a healthy guy. I could eat anything and everything. I was, superhuman. And when I saw that other people had like allergies and sensitivities, I didn't understand that, because I was, I came from a good home, happy. I didn't understand how people had all these allergies. I thought that, this is weird, that they must be like, have some weird illnesses, or maybe it's not real. I didn't get it. And then it started happening to me, and I was like, wow, I'm turning out to be like these people. I'm not superhuman anymore. I'm not, what happened to my good health? My world went upside down. Everything was a trigger, and everything I became sensitive to. So anyway, my naturopath was like, and I tried naturopaths at the time just to see, they said, hey, you have candida. You got to kill the candida. Here's a protocol. Start killing. Like, I tried killing candida for years, and it doesn't make any sense. Now I know it's bullshit. I'll make a video about candida next. You know what? I'm gonna write this down, because if I don't, candida was another big rabbit hole. Oh, candida. Another thing of bullshit. Anyway, so I fell for the fixing your gut, biome, histamine rabbit holes, and SIBO is another big bullshit rabbit hole. I came close to taking those antibiotics. I came close to going on the elemental diet. And I heard a lot of horrible stories about people taking these things, and it felt like things got worse, way worse. And it makes sense that things got worse, because now what I know now, they put themselves through their body, through their limbic system, through a stress response by doing the antibiotics, right? It's like a bomb's going off. You have a lot of nerves here, and it's tied to your limbic system, right? Your security system is here, your brain, right? And your brain has one job: to protect you. And when you're in a state of fight or flight, when you're stuck there and hardwired there, you will have symptoms. And the way people get into a state of fight or flight is a life of events, stresses, traumas, toxic relationships, work environments that were hard. You hated your boss, you hated your coworkers, and when you're in a state of fight or flight, you either fight the thing that's dangerous or you run, right? So with a person that's been, in a state of fight or flight for like 10 years, it's like they took a bear with them and hung out with them with a bear tagged along for like 10 years, right? So you're scared of this bear that wants to eat you for 10 years. So the baseline goes like this, and it stays like that. Normally, a baseline is supposed to go down back to zero, right? So you're zero. You see a bear runs away, or you kill it, comes back down, back to baseline. You're back to rest and digest. Nervous system regulates, body works. Digestion starts to work. Your liver starts to detoxify. Kidneys start to, everything is working back the way it's supposed to with ease. You don't have a buildup of workloads. You're not carrying loads with you. You're not pulling a 747 anymore, right? Everything is back to where it's supposed to be. But when you're in a state of fight or flight for a long period of time, you're never meant to be in that state for that long. You're just supposed to be dun, dun, right? When it goes dun, it protects you, right? It gives you support. It gives you all the troops, all the tanks, all the fighter jets to back you up and help you fight, or it finds a way to help you run, right? And after that's done, you go back to being relaxed. But what do you think's going to happen after 10 years of being in an emergency state? Things aren't going to be done properly. Things don't work properly, right? Your health starts to, your body keeps the score. Something's got to give, because things are being put on the shelf too long, and things start to build up. Okay, what am I going to do with all this work that I got? What's this? Look at all the paperwork I got. Like, oh my goodness, right? So then you have skin problems, symptoms, digestion issues. Your gut is linked right to your brain. So if you got a war going on here, your gut instantly is associated to it, right? So I took a vacation for a month. I went to the Dominican, I went to Chile, I went to Costa Rica, and I had a great vacation, and I came back, and so that doesn't work. I should have been fine, but it doesn't work like that. You can go on vacation for a month and not do anything. Your limbic system's still at that survival state, because it's been hardwired, locked in, key thrown away. That's your new state. That's your new zero, right? So in order for it to be back down like it was back in the day, before you had all this bullshit happen in your life over and over and over and over and over again, you have to actually put some work into it. You have to change how you respond to the alarms, because your brain is perceiving danger everywhere. It sends you alarms in the form of symptoms, thoughts, anxiety, PTSD, looping OCD thoughts. These OCD thoughts are there to keep you scanning for danger. And that's its point. That's its job. It's brilliant. It works great. So we have to bring our baseline down by watch my videos of the 5 keys to recovery. It's the 5 videos. They're red. They have the red coloring, so they're kind of put together. They're 1 to 5. It's something for you to start on. I'm going to update them, make them better. But for now, you get to just start the work. You bring up down your baseline. You start doing the work. Things will start to improve. You're going to learn how to respond correctly to your alarms, and you're going to recover 1,000%. If you follow my methods, these methods are what I did in my recovery. I took a bunch of programs, I took all the good things out of them, I threw away the bullshit, and I added the things that I learned because I became my own guide, right? I did a lot of failures, made a lot of mistakes, but then I figured out what worked, and I made my own little program. It's a little rusty right now, but I guarantee it's going to work, right? It doesn't have all the bells and whistles. I don't have a program yet. It doesn't look fancy, but it's going to get you recovered, right? All the golden nuggets are in there. Everything that's going to help you get your life back and thrive is in there. I'm going to work on my channel. I'm going to get a program going. I'm going to start writing an Audible book so I can release this stuff, so I can help as many people as possible. So thank goodness that I didn't go ahead with bombing my gut with these antibiotics, with this elemental diet. Thank goodness I didn't. Thank goodness that somehow, I don't know if it was something from above, consciousness, God source, or something spiritual that happened, not sure, or I got a download, but I was shown the way somehow. I went through these rabbit holes for a bit, but not long. It was like 3 months I went down these rabbit holes. And I got lucky. But I kept asking for help. So maybe my prayers were answered, right? So I got lucky. I got shown the way. I learned that, this is just your brain in a state of fight or flight, and it's got a maladaptive stress response, and it's producing these symptoms because it's in a state of alarm. Mayday, 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 right? It's not letting anything in and not letting anything, that's all. It's not letting anything in. It's not letting anything out. It's like your security guard, right? So in the case of SIBO, take that label, put all the labels that you learned, all the research that you did for the 10 years, going out through all these rabbit holes, put that all on a shelf. Just do me a favor, trust me on this. Trust me. I know some of the methods might even seem like they're stupid and corny and don't make any sense. No, seems too simple. This seems like a joke. Is this a joke? Oh my goodness, this is horseshit. Like, come on, I'm not gonna sit there in my car and do a visualization. Like, come on, no, give me a pill, give me a supplement, Tell me I gotta, hug a tree or a ground or fix my gut with a special supplement or, eat rotten meat or something. No, it doesn't work like that. Actually, the stuff I'm gonna tell you in my methods are not what you expect, but guess what? It's gonna be hard work because it's going to get worse. Things are going to get worse. Symptoms get worse before they get better. And recovery is like this, right? Before you get to the top of the mountain and thrive, you're going to be going down and up, building leverage, right? You're going to expose yourself. I'm going to give you exposure therapy tips. I'm going to show you how to do exposure therapy right. And you're going to expose yourself to the symptoms. You're going to train your brain to accept it and go, okay, let's allow this shit back in. Right, your mind's gonna have alarms go off. I'm gonna show you how to respond to those, to calm those alarms and turn them off one by one, and how to live your life, and have the symptoms go poof, 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 and be free of it and be cured without any coping mechanisms or avoidance behaviors, none of that. So please, before you think about going on the elemental diet, before you think about going to get some antibiotics to bomb your gut, don't. Trust me, don't fucking do it. Instead, however you were able to survive till now, keep doing it for a couple of weeks. Watch my videos. Start now. They're fucking free. All I ask is that you like, share, and subscribe, and help others and help yourself, and just do the work. That's all I want. I just want you to subscribe and like, and do the work. And stick to it. Don't fall off the tracks and go, oh, well, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. Well, you know what? I think I'm special. I have a special mutation. I have a, mitochondria issue, and my genes have a mutation. That's what they said, right? Because I went down this other rabbit hole that told me I'm special, I'm different. Don't fall for that bullshit, because it's all bullshit. Trust me. Been there. I got lucky. I figured out all the answers, and I recovered. All my issues, all my problems are gone. Mast cell activation, POTS, gastritis, ulcerative colitis, SIBO, diverticulitis, IBS, that's a fun one. Histamine intolerance, gone. I have a list of 70 different symptoms. You know what? One of my videos, I'm going to list them all out so that people know all the bullshit I went through. Took me 2.5 years to fully recover. You know what? 2.5 years of hard work so that you can have a life of thriving health. I think it's worth it because you're going to learn a lot of stuff. And this will keep you healthy. You're going to gain powerful tools that'll keep you healthy. And I'll tell you, 1000% this shit will work. If you do the work, your brain has no choice but to change. So, SIBO, throw it in the garbage. It's bullshit. All the research you did, put it on the shelf for now. If you want to come back to it in 2 years, come back to it in 2 years and go down that rabbit hole again. But I guarantee you, if you do the work, you won't need to. You'll go, wow, I can't believe I was in that reality. I can't believe I was in these Facebook groups and believed all the bullshit, which is another thing. Get out of those Facebook groups. You know what? Even get off Facebook for 2 years. Take a break from social media. Go on Instagram and just follow things like food recipes and traveling, different traveling channels or whatever. Yeah. So if you're new to this, I have my program that'll help you get started. Watch the 5 videos. And if you have any questions, go ahead, put them down. If anybody's still on the journey, needs some tips, comments, go crazy. Also, I'd like to have some input from everybody. What did you do this week that you did that was uncomfortable? Because we want everybody to get out there and get uncomfortable. Because the more you get uncomfortable, that's your exposure. The more you expose yourself to things, the more you normalize. And alarms, you build the leverage and alarms turn off. Right? So, what was your win this week? Could be anything. Let us know. Even if it was being aware of something that you did in the past and you did it again, you stopped yourself from it. An old behavior pattern where you're like, oh, I almost avoided doing this. And I caught myself and I readjusted and I stopped doing that. You know, anything like that. Those are all wins. So post them at the bottom and I'll see you in the next video. Candida. Yeah, I'll do Candida.